Hello, and welcome to this week's edition, a licensed sporting event edition of the Jacket Off podcast, episode 45.
NFLPA approved.
If you don't have express written permission from the Jacket Off podcast LLC to record this telecast, we will bust down your door and fuck you up. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, okay.
We are officially in February, the month of love.
The rue is silent.
And tenderness. A time of commercialism, Dylan. Super Bowl Sunday. I shouldn't have said Super Bowl, but I'll say it again, Super Bowl. You can't say that.
You're talking about the burrito bowls that...
Yes, I'm saying this.
They're super good.
Yeah, those Super Bowls that they have over there at fucking Chipotle. Not a sponsor. Wish it was. I wish anything was a sponsor, Dylan. It was like I was telling you before we got on. I just wish I could get some like a nicer pop filter. That'd be cool. So I don't get the P's and Q's and the S's and the P's and the G's.
Cool if you turn the autofocus on your camera off too, but we can't have everything, can we?
Excuse me. I'm pretty sure that I turned it off, but maybe after it reset, it probably didn't. Let me just check that briefly, just so that I don't look like a chode. Is it doing it right now? I can't really see it.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
You didn't really have to bother with it. You continue, keep going.
Now we'll just get myself. Now does it look okay?
Yeah, I mean it looked fine before.
Do I look beautiful
but it just
now?
kept autofocusing.
Do I look okay? Hey, Dad, what do you think about your son now?
I'm glad when I typed that you got it, because I'm like I know Brent's gonna get it, but I just really hope he does.
Filter is one of those bands that's so weird because their most popular song is like a bongo new age fucking like post grungy song, and then the rest of their catalog is industrial metal and hard rock.
Hey Man, Nice Shot is their most popular song.
I would think it's I would think it's fucking Picture. Take a picture, really? Well, look, we have ways of finding this out, Dylan.
Do we?
Yeah, I mean, they're a band. They're on Wikipedia. I can look at things and see what they're.
You're gonna see what song's trending more on Twitter right now.
Yeah. Let's take a look on Twitter and see if Hey Man Nice Shot.
I'm not talking about angsty teens that are mad at their dad or typing. That's not what I'm talking about here.
Typing the exact same thing you typed to me on Hangouts on Twitter. Just, hey, Dad, what do you think about your son now? So wait a minute. I just want to see. Hey Man, Nice Shot. Okay.
That song is about the guy that shot himself in the head on television.
Bud Dwyer, dude. That is a fucked up story, dude. Way, way fucked up.
You can find that on video. Look it up.
Yeah, if you want to see some shit that will fuck you up forever, my God. It was a 357 Magnum he pulled out at that press conference and blew his brains out.
It's like
wow.
That's like a step below him just pulling a shotgun out.
Dude, just as you said that, there is, okay, I don't have any of the statistics and I'm probably not going to look them up, but here's what's going to happen.
I don't have any of the information.
There's a track listing that says the U.S. promotional 12-inch vinyl. There was like a bunch of remixes on that. Some of them were like 8 minutes and 41 seconds long. That's like a club mix.
Of what?
Hey, man, they shot the club mix.
Just take that drum sample. Speed it up a little.
And then here's where the killer is. Hey, Man, Nice Shot, German maxi single. The first, I'm going to read all of the tracks. Hey, Man, Nice Shot, parentheses, Bud gets the lead out.
That's
Hey man, nice shot. Parentheses sawed off edit. Hey man, nice shot. Parentheses nickel bag. And then for some reason the song White Like That parentheses dictaphone version. I
what?
dictaphone. You know what a dictaphone
Oh,
is?
dicta. Oh,
It's
okay.
like a voice
I read
dictaphone.
it.
Yeah.
I read it as dick dash two dash phone.
Dick two phones.
Yeah, that's the like a stenographer uses a dictaphone, right?
Um.
Or am I thinking of it?
Yes. Yeah. No. That's part of it. Well, the not a stenographer. A transcriber, somebody who
Yeah,
like works
stenographer
as like a
basically.
paralegal, and they like the lawyer records things on the dictaphone,
Oh.
and then they play it back, and the dictaphone usually hooks up to that like foot pedal thing
Mm.
where you can advance the track while typing. So it's for transcriptionists.
I feel
Um,
like maybe there was a transcriptionist in the office when it happened that got blood splattered all over him. Maybe that's why.
ooh, holy fuck.
Gotta listen to all those remixes.
Yeah, we got
Actually,
to get
no,
the
no,
German
I don't.
maxi single of "Hey Man, Nice Shot." Get it on eBay. Um, so wow, that was a great intro, huh? Uh, what I wanted to talk with you about initially was uh flash games. Do
Uh,
people still make them? Do we play them? Are people still playing them? Is there a kid that
in a
is
computer class.
in computer class right now?
Is there a computer
Not right
class?
now. During the week, it's these are yeah, we're probably gonna have to pull back a couple layers on it because I don't know if computer class still exists. Probably not.
Why would
Uh,
a computer class need to exist? And why isn't every class a computer class technically?
um, that is 100% true. Considering that now, smart boards are a staple of every single high school class ever. But I
Yeah,
think the only
you
computer
can
class
print
that's
notes right off of that, right? So anything you write down, you could like saves to it. Is that how they work? I don't know how smartboards work.
uh what it uses there was a guy that made a smart board using the same technology as what they use, but he did it with Wii parts from the Wii. And what it is it's two parts. A smart board is a white board with four tracking points in each corner of it, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's a camera that goes on the other side of the room. The camera records the smart board and then projects onto it and then uses the tracking points as reference. And then the pen has an IR sensor on it that knows where it is. So the camera records it, the projector projects it, and then the light on the pen goes back to an AI source in the camera that knows where the pen is. So it'll reflect the change. So every time you turn on a smartboard, you tap the pen in each corner so that it knows like the limits, and then that's how smart boards work. But I digress.
So can you print stuff off of them? Is what I'm asking. Is that like that?
Uh,
Is that information saved somewhere so you can print the
yeah,
notes?
in the camera is hooked up to the computer that's going to save the information. It's
Yeah.
running it's
So
running
there's
its
like
own piece of
no
software.
points even taking notes. Like you don't even have to take notes anymore, really.
Well, and then with OCR, you could write the notes, I mean, as clearly as you can, and then the text recognition is going to come in and bump all of that into like a fucking Word document that's then going to be able to be distributed with like a little bit of editing.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to take notes really. And also in some of these systems, as soon as you calibrate and start drawing, it records audio. It records the room's audio. So you have a full audio recording of the lecture plus the notes and everything else. So there's that. But what we were talking about was back in my day, back in the days when you had to figure out how to use a browser-based proxy in order to play games in the computer lab. There was a time where you would go on to addictinggames.com or Congregate or Miniclip, and you would
Newgrounds.
play your favorite. What'd you say?
Newgrounds.
Mm. Newgrounds being the source for
I think
your
Newgrounds was already too big for its britches and was thus blocked, like one of the earliest like block sites.
when what it kind of was like was how the Pirate Bay kept changing domain names because they kept getting blacklisted. What it really was like it was a bunch of dumbass kids like us sitting in the computer lab going to congregate or addicting games or whatever. And then all the teachers go into the pimply fucking nerd that ran the IT department and was like, "Is there some way that you can block the kids from doing this?" He's like, "I guess I could set up something on the firewall that detects certain words or something." And then thus the school wide content filter was born. The thing that we constantly put way too much work into to actually get around and actually just doing the work on the computer.
Just wait till you
We
get
all
home to
became
play that.
programmers essentially,
Wait till you
or
get
more
home to play
specifically,
that
network
stupid
engineers.
game. There's no
Mm-hmm.
reason you gotta play that game right now. You can wait till you get home.
Um, and then, funnily enough, I never played that shit when I got home. I popped on my fucking PS2, play some goddamn Need for Speed Underground 2. What the hell am I gonna go home and play Bloons TD5 for? Or at the time it was probably TD, just regular. Um, Healy Attack 2,
Oh, was
one of my favorite
Was
mini clip
Bloons
games.
Tower Offense even out? Oh yeah.
I maybe towards the end of high school, it might have
Yeah.
the
I think
first Tower Defense
yeah,
might have
yeah.
come out. I remember Tower Defense like
I
pretty.
remember Bloons. Like I used to play Bloons all the time, but I don't know that the Tower
Yep.
Defense was a thing. Yeah, I think it was at the end though, because I do remember it, and it's not like I was playing fucking Bloons Tower Defense any other time, like you said. So
Nope. It was only because um and I just it never ceased to amaze me that like right now what I could do is I could just
play Fortnite on
go
your
to a
phone.
different program on the thing that I'm recording this on and play Resident Evil 2 remake 28 years later
Oh, I thought you were talking
and
about in school.
no I well that's the thing is that in school you had like the only exposure that I had to nice computers was when I went to college, and those were just iMacs. The just like the regular like one of the first ones that came out, the or not the first ones that came out, not the original iMacs, but the flat panel iMacs.
Yeah, the all-in-one
Um,
flat panels, not
yeah,
the lovely
they
ones.
had the all-in-one iMacs that were there like the first year I got there, and I was like, oh my god, what a time to be alive. I did all of my projects on those fucking iMacs.
You should
I
have
had
got
access
to.
to Photoshop,
You used it so
Illustrator.
much, you should have got to take it home with you.
Mm, yeah, that's true. And later I got one for work and then ended up replacing that with a PC as well. So I got
Suck it, Mac.
and you did the same thing. Everybody's got a 27-inch iMac sitting in their room, don't they?
Don't they?
Yeah, they do, right? Everybody goes through that phase of wanting an iMac and then being like, I can't upgrade shit on this. Why did I buy it? It's
I
like,
hate myself.
because
But more importantly, I hate this iMac.
it's like because it's got a nice screen on it. It's like, yeah, well, you could go to Dell and pick yourself up a nice 2K Retina density monitor that's also 144 frames per second or 144 hertz that you can use for your gaming needs if you wanted to. Also, not a problem. And you could get all your LED lights that all the edgelords love. Mm. Get your LEDs in your case and have them all shimmer like a dink.
Brent, just because you don't have LEDs doesn't
I
mean
just
you don't
want
have,
them so bad.
doesn't mean you don't have the fucking edgelord case. All right,
I do. It is the most ostentatious case
it's just
on the
as
face
bad
of the
as the
planet.
LEDs.
Well, to be honest with you, it almost feels disingenuous that I don't have any LEDs in it. It doesn't seem to really make any sense. What I should have all of the Corsair LED fans and all of the light strips on the inside and the Triton Trident Z RAM and all of that shit, but I never bought it. I just didn't I felt like I was being a contrarian, but It's also a spaceship, so that doesn't really make any sense. It is what it is. Um, so Flash games, what a time. What a grand old time, Dylan. You think back just sitting there playing your balloons in study hall in a computer lab, and then have to very quickly tab over to something else when somebody walked over. Or
The
you just don't care.
Flash games and Halo 2 montages.
Oh, Halo 2 montages. Oh.
That was my computer because we used to just get the work done in 2 seconds because it was literally Microsoft Office, the mouse class. That's what it was. Remember the Microsoft Office class? So you basically get everything done within the first 10 minutes of the class, and
Yep.
then you have the rest of the thing to. It was that class, and then it was CAD class.
That was what I
Where
wanted to bring up
CAD
next.
class was an absolute joke. Me and John would literally finish the like. Here's the workbook for the week, and we would finish it the first day, and then go in the other side and just watch Power Rangers on my Zune. That's a dated sentence.
Yep. We would go to computer aided design class. Then we'd watch Power Rangers.
Like literally,
Um,
4 days out of the what was supposed to take a week, we would have nothing to do.
oh, 100% same thing in mine. Me and Mike would blow through everything. He would just copy everything that I was doing at the exact same parameters on everything. We would both knock it out, go into the main room, and I had like, I don't even know what I had.
It's
I
almost
had
like
something I was playing videos on, but I can't remember what it was.
it's almost
We're doing
like
a
that class
very
was
similar thing.
very poorly set up.
To me, it seemed always like it was like one of those like pioneering classes that nobody gives a fuck about. Like, uh,
This is gonna
it's not part of the core curriculum. It's almost like an elective.
Yeah, well, it was an elective. I think it counted as
Did they call it as an elective? I didn't know what they called it. I
I
can't
think it was
remember.
like one of those like so you had to take like a computer class of some sort, and I think it counted as that.
Yeah, it like falls into the same category.
Yeah, you had to take an
Uh,
art class, so you could take photography, you could take studio art or whatever. It's like that same
yeah.
idea, but I think we had to do a computer one, which is why we took it. I don't know,
Dude, I
but yeah,
took
it was.
studio art my senior year with fucking um with LeBlanc, and every single person in that class besides me and Brittany were fucking freshmen.
Yeah,
Two seniors, everybody else was freshmen.
because this studio art is like the first class you take
Yeah,
as a freshman.
I don't know how I didn't end up
How
in it,
I
but
even
that's
did it.
that's not what happened. Yeah. Um. All right, moving on. I don't have a topic. Okay, wait. No, I think I do. You mentioned, uh, or asked me if I watched the Fire documentary. Uh, First question I have is, when did you watch it?
Friday night.
Okay.
So late to the
So
party. Everyone's already talked it up and
yeah,
everything else.
it's okay. It's okay. Not a big deal. Par for the course. All of those other pleasantries aside. Um, I thought it was fantastic. Uh, it's a very, it's a documentary that reflects very much of the millennial idealism that like most people think that millennials are a thing that they are, and that the ideas about them are what they are, but then that all usually pans out to be a stereotype. This confirms most of the stereotypes, unfortunately.
uh, is it a millennial thing, or is it these were just dumb people? He just preyed on dumb people.
Well, no, it's not the it's
If it,
I think though what they
it,
were
but you know what I'm saying? Like,
mm-hmm.
just, like you could say that it's just because it's their world. I guess that's a millennial. Okay, never mind. I changed my tune on it already because the way I'm thinking
Well,
of it
no,
is
and
it's like the world
but
that they
here
live in is like this thing like just like it's, you could get a dumb old person and all you got to do to get money out of them is just scare them that there's a virus on their computer that uh is gonna take steal all their information and then you steal their money that way. So it's just a different way to steal their money. So you got to placate to your audience, being this extravagant lifestyle is their end goal for whatever they want. I don't know. I don't want any of that, so I wouldn't know.
uh
It sounds like a nightmare.
what you
Being
mentioned
on a
about
beach.
what you mentioned about the predatory tactics of the old people thing was interesting because what you're saying is, and it's very correct, what you're saying is that in order for us to be able to market to someone, there's only two ways to do it. The one way is to make them feel so afraid of living their lives without this thing that they have to have it. The fear of missing out. That's the most modern way of doing it.
Or just fear.
Right. And then the other one would be something horrible is going to happen to you if you don't do blank.
And that's why you
You
gotta
can use either one.
that's why you gotta put the millennials. You gotta placate to the fear of missing out because something horrible's they don't care. That's something horrible's always happened. That's the big joke. Oh,
The the reason why a festival like this or any other of its type exist today is because it shares the same exact sentiment as something like Woodstock. At Woodstock at the time in the 70s was during the time of a war that nobody wanted and the disenfranchisement of an entire generation of people very similar to our age that were experimenting with mind altering substances in a largely consequence free environment. So,
yeah, but it worked out with
40
Woods.
years later,
I was gonna say it worked out with Woods, but there was no concert at the Fire Festival, so it really didn't. But it worked out with Woodstock because it's a place you could drive to.
I mean, logistically speaking, from a purely technical standpoint, Woodstock was
as
doomed to
poor,
fail as a
yeah,
concept,
as poor
but
as it
succeeded
was,
because it was close.
as poorly as it was the design, which they mentioned in
Mhm.
the design. This is the Netflix one we're talking about, right?
Yes.
You didn't watch the Hulu one
I
at
didn't
all?
watch the
Yeah.
Hulu one, no.
Okay, so they do mention that the Woods, and
Yes.
that was the or the event planner. Was that who said it? That was like one of his main arguments. Is
Oh,
like I can't remember what it was. One of his main arguments was like, well, all this happened there, and it was still considered like one of the best things. But the difference is there was still a show, and also
mhm.
you weren't taking people and basically holding them hostage on an island. They were just driving up, and if they wanted to leave, they could just drive away.
It puts what the question what it really answers the question of is who is the onus put on when it comes to a consumer based idea. And so the onus of Woodstock was put on the people that went to it. It's a and funnily enough, it's the most purely capitalist way of looking at a product, service, or event. It's saying we're going to let the market dictate what happens. If they come and they like it, they can leave. Who gives a shit? We have their money already.
Well, they
Like,
didn't have everyone's money that was there.
well, obviously the demand created the biggest problem of all, which was basically the overcapacity of the entire thing. Which now we've since solved, and that's something that in this new modern what they were trying to do, this fire festival, they basically said, okay, the onus is on the people who do the show. And that's the problem.
Well, no,
Is that you
the
can't just
onus
tell people, come
is
here and something's going to happen. They say, you buy this and we're going to give you everything you need to make this happen. We're going to fly you out. We're going to do all this shit.
but that's every show.
Well,
That's even Woodstock because the people that were 15 miles away were still having a grand old time, even though they couldn't hear the music.
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just think the exclusivity of this was what made it as vapid and horrendous as it was.
Well, that's what
This wasn't the idea
they
that this
wanted.
type
It
of thing was built on. Yes.
that was the idea it was built on, but they couldn't deliver that. They couldn't even deliver that idea, which
No.
seems easy
I
if
mean,
you
when you really
plan
think
it.
about it, you would think if it's like
If you didn't
what.
plan it 3 months in ahead, it
Mhm.
seems like it's something you could put together, especially. But this was put together by a scam artist, so he wasn't really trying to put it together. He was just trying to get the money, and there was no real end goal. The end goal was to get the money, which he got. So
Mhm.
that's all he
Good on
needed.
him. Um, I think it's one of the best marketing documentaries I've ever seen. And I mean, it's not even meant to be one. It's not. It doesn't have anything to do with that. But I've always been interested in the psychology of people's habits. Really, their spending habits, their perception of products and services, and like a lot of this comes down to like reactionary culture too, because it's like I like looking at things like the Gillette commercial and seeing both sides of what happened with that. Like it's so fascinating to me just for people to be like, good on Gillette. What a responsible company. I really love that they're taking this stance, and that's one thing. And then then the other side of it was like, uh, Gillette is a fucking just like any other company. They're pieces of shit. They're reflecting men in this way so that they can say something and get more sales and get more women to buy fucking razors and get more men to buy their now deemed socially conscious razors. Like a fucking razor could be socially conscious. You could probably tell what side I fall on.
There's a third side too, which is the side I fall on, and it's I don't give a shit. It's a
You don't
fucking
give a
ad.
fuck.
Why?
Yep.
Why would I even watch an ad and care? I don't watch ads. I literally pay money to not hear ads. I pay for a Spotify subscription. I pay for YouTube Red. I avoid ads at all points. Like I just, why would you care? And it's not even. It's fucking Procter and Gamble owns Gillette. I'm pretty sure. Don't
Yes.
quote me on that,
No, they
but
do.
I'm pretty sure they got you. You should be looking at the other things in their business practices besides this socially conscious ad, like the shit that they
Well,
do.
that's the biggest part of it is that you can live your life like somewhere in between you and I,
Well,
where you don't give a
yeah,
fuck about anything
it's
and I
and
give a fuck about it through a lens.
it's also easier to have a reaction to something that they're showing. This is what you're seeing, and so react to it. Not, oh, I look into it and it turns out Procter and Gamble, they screw over a bunch of African countries probably, or maybe I'm thinking of Nestle. I know Nestle does that.
Nestle would be what
Yeah,
you're thinking of, but
but
Procter
I'm
and
sure.
Gamble has had a history of uh, tons of bullshit and
Yeah.
atrocity. I mean, just like any other
So
Unilever, all
like you
those.
don't care about that.
Yeah.
But that's been going on forever. But they show you this, and this you could care about because it's meant to give you a reaction. So then you have a reaction. It's like, don't eat. Why would you? Why would you bother? Why bother?
All,
Why
all,
fucking
all,
bother? Why do you care? I wish I cared. I wish I had so much time to give a shit about a fucking Gillette ad. But I don't.
man.
I gotta go shovel snow. All right.
Somebody had their sassy juice today and then went out and shoveled a little bit too much snow, huh? I think I think the most interesting thing to me about anything to do with this is that most of the time when somebody based on what you said they react in a certain way to something but then don't do any further research on whether or not this is a disingenuous piece of information is fascinating because um in many ways ignorance is bliss in these types of scenarios. There really should never
Yeah,
be
that's the problem. Is that
right.
ignorance is bliss, and they're trying to make you unignorant, and that's what people have a negative reaction to.
They're trying to take a stance on something where
Unignorant,
largely you could do it in many different ways. there's there's something to be said about a company that really does it, but that's the cynicism of America is that is there
it
a company that
it's a
really does it?
company.
Is there one company in America that is truly and 100% transparent, altruistic, and still makes a profit?
I'm
That's
sure.
the question. I'm sure there is. I think it's probably usually, I mean, a lot of people say like companies like Tom's or like, Tom's or like, I mean, the non for profit area is something that's like that. But
It's right
then
in its
again,
name.
you end up with CEOs that have, $300 million paychecks at the top rung of some non for profit organizations.
To
So
be fair, they gotta donate most of that, otherwise it's gonna get taxed all the hell. So they're kind of doing their work there.
Uh,
I'm not donating any money,
it's true.
so
Uh,
why does that make me any better than them? Because I don't
I
have
have
the
no
money to
idea.
donate, Brent. Brent, I just don't care, Brent.
I know it's hard to care. I think it's well, and so we were saying it's a millennial thing, kinda. But to me, why the millennial thing stuck with me with this was that you're right. We don't want to see ads. It's never been a harder job for a marketer in 2019. No one wants to see ads. But what's happening is that we're still seeing them.
Yeah,
We're seeing them all the time. Uh, and the way that we're seeing them is through native advertising. And in many ways, saying native is weird because native advertising is pretty much like subliminal advertising. It just the reason why it's native is because it happens on the content that we all consume without knowing it. We have it's native to its design. So when you read an article on BuzzFeed about when you read an article on BuzzFeed about what type of blank
avocado
are
toast.
you, value, what type of avocado are you? This is at the end. It's sponsored by Haas Avocados.
I'm the one that you had good intention of eating, but you forgot was in the fridge and it wrinkled into a brown mess, and then you end up throwing away anyways. That's the avocado I am. What avocado
I'm
are
the
you,
super
Brent?
depressed and moody avocado that typically has motivational problems, except for in real short stints. And then, oh, wait a minute.
Oh, I'm the
That
bipolar
avocado that's in your
avocado.
fridge. I'm one of those giant avocados that you find at the grocery store, the Florida ones, where they're just like a lot of filler and not a lot of it is like useful in any way. And it's also like trying to be fat free, but it really isn't. So yeah, I really do not like this seltzer particularly.
Well, maybe because
Hibiscus cloudberry.
it's flavored like a flower. Maybe that's why it's gross.
Cloudberry, Dylan. It's
Yeah,
cloudberry. Get
hibiscus.
it right. Yeah, I
Isn't a
know. It's the
hibiscus a
flowery
flower?
part of it is what.
That's
Yes, it is.
disgusting.
Ew. What's wrong with you? Dylan, I have a fear of missing out. I can't miss out on all of these amazing polar seltzer flavors
I know you
available at
can't.
a grocery store near you.
You I know you can't because you bought the little tiny ones that have a thimble of water in them because you just had to have it for the
Ooh,
special
ooh,
flavor.
ooh, 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 ooh. What's that? What's that taste like?
I say that as I eat my pumpkin spice Cheerios with my pumpkin spice milk and my pumpkin spice bagels because it only comes around once
It's
a year, Brent.
ooh. This seltzer tastes like a Skittles. Fucking breathed in my face. Ooh.
Someone just
Uh,
ran for a mile and picked up a handful of Skittles in their sweaty hands and then threw them in their mouth and burped
then chugged a
in my
bunch of
general
seltzer and then spit it
direction.
back out. Mm. Um. So, in the interest of keeping this short,
Oh, and also just to reiterate, I'm not anti-consumerism. I fucking love buying stuff. I'm
no,
anti
nobody's
I'm
saying that.
I'm anti giving companies any any fucking shadow like
Credence.
any credence. Yeah, I just don't care. Let me buy my Nikes made by some Taiwanese sweatshop.
Look,
Don't I but don't
at
come
the
at
end
me
of the
all high
day,
and mighty
doing,
like
what we're doing is for in terms of social justice, is we're just robbing Peter to pay Paul. For every single moment that you spend in a store buying things that were made that you have no conscious idea of how they were created or how much responsibility was put into their creation is another second that you're thinking that Gillette is such a fucking woke company that now you're going to go out and buy only their products. You've either played into somebody's hand or you're going to play into their hand later on. It's just,
yeah.
it's not a question of if, it's when.
That's why I don't care because it's
Yeah,
always
and
it's
it's more responsible to not care.
yeah.
You there shouldn't be at the same time, the only responsibility that someone should have with their wallet, as it were, is to just make sure that their interests are met as a consumer. That's the point of capitalism.
Unless that's how you want to live your life.
If you want to, then
So
by all
then I mean,
means,
go
you're
ahead and do
making an
that.
impact more than I am.
Yeah,
100%. If you want to do stuff that's like, if you want to go, like, one of the things that I find like actually interesting that somebody can do that's not completely vapid and completely devoid of substance is like zero waste. Not in a fucking like woke way, but literally just most of the time, just think in your head when it comes to whatever food, fucking. And look, I'm drinking out of a plastic fucking bottle. The thing is, if I were really to go to the next level, I would be like, I'm gonna buy a soda stream and get my CO2 cartridges and do it that way. And then I would be using less post recycled materials.
but you'd be using energy.
That's the what I'm trying to say is that to the extent to which you want to participate in being more consciousness, being
Yeah.
more conscious of something is good. There's no bad side in saying to yourself, should I really like, and you can meet yourself halfway. That's the biggest point of the whole thing is you don't have to fucking flagellate yourself every time you accidentally throw away a fucking bottle of water. What you have to do is think, maybe the next few things that I do, let's just maybe focus on not being such a garbage person and just focus on making things that are a little bit more sustainable. Whatever. It's not a huge issue, but everybody makes it into one.
This is the
That's
episode
the
where
whole
we
thing
push
with
our
what you
issues
eat
on
too,
you.
what you put in your fucking mouth.
I don't want to hear what you put in your mouth, Brent.
Look at you, vegans. This seltzer is vegan. How do you like that, vegans? That's the other thing is it's like 100% right now in my life, I'm trying to eat less fucking meat. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm actually also trying to eat less red meat because I feel like most of the time it makes me just feel like garbage. If I go out and eat like a big fucking gigantic bloody ass burger or a steak or whatever,
Maybe that's the
after that,
problem.
I'm just at my house just clutching my fucking abdomen as being like, ugh, ugh.
Maybe don't eat the giant ass hamburger or the
Oh,
giant
look,
ass
I could eat
steak.
the little thimble of meat, Dylan, but why would I even give a shit?
See,
What's the point of living if you can't scrounge down a 72-ounce fucking
excessive
dry age porterhouse?
excessiveness. There it is.
The excess, Dylan. So if I'm not going towards the excess, then I'd rather just not do it. What is the point? I'll make a goddamn turkey burger, put some fucking Worcestershire sauce in it, and some goddamn onion and garlic powder, and you're off to the races. It's already better than the burger that you got at Red Robin because Red Robin is just the meat,
Yeah, but
no
bottomless
seasoning, salt,
fries.
pepper, huh?
That's why you gotta get the. They got good burgers there. Don't be dissing on Red Robin. All right, they're
Red
sponsors next
Robin
week.
is up
Come
there in
on.
terms of the chains. I should take you
They got
to.
a
Have you ever been
giant
to a?
ass. They got a giant ass RR on the door. Come on. You
Ooh.
can't just pay for those handles. Well, you can pay. You can pay for the handles. I mean,
In the
they got
consumer,
enough
in the
to pay for
consumer
handles. All right.
lifestyle, you can pay for anything.
It's like a
Uh,
mansion when you walk in there. It's like opening the doors to fucking Richie Rich's
uh,
house.
uh,
Double R's. It's the same
have you
thing.
ever
Richie
been to a
Rich,
Smash
Red
Burger?
Robin.
Have you ever been to a Smash Burger?
No, I have not. They're like the Cold Stone Creamery hamburgers, right?
Yes.
Okay. No, I haven't. But
That's
I
that's
know
a
what they
good way
are.
of putting it, to be honest with you. Um, and there's also Burger Fi up here, which is also another good one.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a couple real good
yeah.
burger joints up here.
Smash Burger's more of a chain though. It's like a Five Guys.
Smash Burger is bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
Burger Fi is small. Mm. Burger Fi's big focus is more on like, I guess if you were to call Smash Burger the what did you say it was?
Five Guys.
The
Oh,
no,
Cold
the
Stone
other one.
Creamery.
The Cold Stone Creamery of burgers. Burger Fi would be considered the Chipotle of burgers. Their whole thing is like super focused heavily on like good ingredients, kind of more fresh
So
stuff
it's
like
like the hamburger's already made. Smash Burger, you could put stuff into the burger, right? Or am I
no,
crazy?
smash burgers just in the way that they're prepared. They take a big meatball
Mm-hmm.
of a burger and then take they have these wooden like roller things with a giant like offset spatula. They put the meatball on the grill and then they smash the fuck out of it until it's like super thin and it gets like wicked crusty and it cooks in like no
Ooh.
time. And then they just scrape that fucker and flip it and then they do two of them on every burger so that it stacks up to like a regular size burger.
Sounds good.
They're really good. It's a really good burger. And then Burger Fi is it's not like Chipotle in that everything is fresh, like that everything is pre-made kind of. You're assembling a burger or selecting a burger, but they are frying it in back directly in front of you. But most of the ways that they do the burgers are like Chipotle-esque in the like they make all the sauces and they like everything is like super super fresh, whereas Smash Burger more
Super
feels like a
fresh.
Five Guys. It's a greasy spoon type of thing. But you can get your California burger, dude, with your fucking avocados on it. Now I want a fucking burger.
Red meat.
Making chili.
Red meat.
I'm making turkey chili, Dylan.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
And
Fair enough.
actually,
You
as
got
my
me.
base for it,
You got me.
I'm
I
trying.
got my face right now. All day
I'm
sucker.
making it.
Aw.
It doesn't matter. That turkey was probably fucking kicked in the teeth before it was ground up to make my package of turkey. So I'm no better for the experience.
I mean, yeah,
It's just that it makes me feel a tiny bit
I
better.
was supposed to say that's not why you're not eating red meat.
No, it's because it don't make me feel good. I'm the selfish one.
If anything, the cows are probably treated a little better than the turkeys are.
I'm saving the environment just based on the fact that sometimes my tummy hurts. I don't really think there's a fucking comparison. Ow,
Sometimes.
owie, ow, ooh, ow. You know what? I'm gonna get turkey burger the next time. Back into chicken. No more red meat. I gotta. Oh, I
Tummy
gotta ease up on the
hurts.
carbs. Fuck. Huh?
My tummy hurts.
It's my fucking tummy. As I'm drinking a fucking shitty fruit beer.
Yes. Huh.
Mm.
Is it the red
Speaking of
meat?
making your tummy feel good, drink a big acidic, bubbly ass beer that's just gonna sit in your stomach and go. Oh my
Oh,
god.
Christ.
Uh, so, have you played any good games lately?
No.
Da-da-da.
Damn. No. Nothing new.
Yeah, I haven't really either. I
Just,
told you
just,
that I
Resi-
played Piku Niku and I didn't really like it.
just played more Resident Evil. Almost done with it. Did you play any more or did you stop just like you always do?
I stopped, but I do want to play more. It's not like 7 where I was just like, I'm never playing this again. I actually do want to play it more.
It's not as
I
scary.
ran into, huh?
It's not. You're not as scared. You were scared of
It's
7.
not as by a long shot. I mean, it's just more or less that I know that um it'll take me longer to play than it would you just because I get stuck on shit because I'm a moron. Like most of the time it's me just like running around in circles wondering what the fuck I missed. Even though everything you do is glowing. Uh
Yeah, they help you out with that. Use the map.
oh yeah, no, well, that's the first time in a map in Resident Evil where they're like, this is the thing you ran into in that room. Once you got the thing for that, we'll tell you where it is. It's like, oh damn. It used to be when I played fucking Resident Evil, I'd have to be like, fuck, the armor key? What the fuck door was that? I just remember there was a fucking armor on it. Now I can't remember where it is.
Yeah.
And you have to run all the fucking way around the whole mansion again to figure out where to go. At least in this, you'd be like, oh, I remember I have the last key for the weapons thing. I can go over there and do that, or whatever it is. But yeah, I do want to get back on and play it. I just wanted a palate cleanser game. I was just looking for something that was like, if I just got to the end of this and I was just like, fuck, I get to a typewriter and it's just like, I want to play something else. I was trying to figure out what I want. Yeah, like, okay, that's enough for today. That's enough crippling anxiety for today. Yeah, like I said, I tried Piku Niku because that was free on Epic or whatever.
Twitch
It
Prime,
was
that was free,
it's
I think.
or Twitch. It was Twitch Prime. That's right. It's really funny. Like it's actually a very funny game. I found
Yeah.
myself actually laughing at certain parts of it.
I know
But it's
the
just
story is
not.
kind of funny. I don't think
The
it's
story
very.
is really
I don't think
funny.
it's very long. I think that's what it's got going for it.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably just power through the rest of it. It's
What's the
more to
point
me. It's
though?
kind of like playing like Guacamelee. It's just like
Whoa.
it's a flat hub world
Whoa.
thing.
Whoa, why are you stepping on Guacamelee for?
No, I liked it. I liked Guacamelee a lot. I just think that most of the time those types of games, for me, I don't think they lose value. It's just like I guess most of the time I just don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know how to gauge my own fucking mood about what I want to play. To be honest with you, it's probably more me than it is anybody else.
You want to play
Like,
Kingdom Hearts?
do I feel like playing?
You just want to play
Huh?
Kingdom Hearts.
That's what it is.
You know
That's what
it.
the
You
real
know it's true in your hearts. In your heart.
in my Kingdom of
In
Hearts.
your Kingdom Hearts.
Um,
You just.
the only problem is like, fuck, $60, Dylan. I just spent fucking $75 on getting the Tractor upgrade plus the
Why the
fucking
fuck did you do that?
Neon Drive. What?
Why'd you do that? Did you really need that upgrade?
For 3?
They didn't.
Well,
They didn't even like do the SoundCloud integration or anything.
well, it's coming out for it soon. It's going to be in an update of it.
Great.
I think it's
Great.
later.
Are you sure?
What? Yeah.
They say
I
so.
I mean I could take a look at it. Integration Tractor. I remember them saying that it's going to be coming to the newest versions. Let me see when though. I don't know. Serato is also getting it as well.
Serato already has it.
Oh, Serato has it now.
Yeah.
Tractor. We're partnering with six leading companies. Go Native Instruments. There's that. Integrations will start rolling out over the next few months. This was posted in October. So if it's not now, then it should be very soon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Uh, so hopefully that'll be cool to fucking play around with. To me, also, I liked their rework to the interface, and
You shouldn't have
in
to
addition
fucking
to
pay for
that,
that though. That's kind of bullshit.
huh?
A reworked interface and you got to pay for it.
Oh yeah, no, I
Cool. You
get it.
made your
I mean, I'm
interface
not.
better. Like, give it to me then. I've already paid for this. You're making it better, but I already own the software. I don't gotta
Yeah.
pay for fucking. Oh, take it back. Never mind. Roll back.
What?
Because every time there's a numbered like Ableton out, you gotta buy it again. So, but there's an upgrade path. There's an upgrade path for this, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Tractor 3 itself, I think, is $100.
That sounds right.
And the upgrade path is 50. Um, I paid $40 for DJ Pro on Mac. I mean, I'm not above, and I very rarely buy software. I'm not above paying
Yeah,
50 to
it's just
$100 for a piece of software
I don't
if
know.
it's good.
I just feel weird about that one only because it's like what?
It's not a huge amount of it. Well, the thing is also as well is that this was mainly built to be the component to the next control series
Well, yeah,
or
because
the next DJ series,
and I'm
but
sure it comes with those
it comes with
controllers.
it, right? 100%. But I just wanted to play around with some of the other stuff that was in it. There's like other mixer things that are, and they have individual effects on channels, and there was a couple other things that
Okay, okay.
stood out.
As long as you thought it was
Um,
worth it.
I mean, I didn't really look too much into it. It was just that when I was there shopping around for shit and I was gonna go do this new house mix, I was thinking maybe I should the um
The ever
get the new shit.
the ever building a problem. You want to do something, so you think you need the newest thing to do it, so you buy the newest thing to do it, and then you never do the previous thing, which you could have done without spending that money anyways. Been there,
Dude.
done that. Been there, done that. Been there, done that.
Oh yeah. Um
Been there. I've been there and done that.
they
But I,
it looks
I may have done it
like
while we were sitting here.
yeah. I was just trying to find there was one thing on here that was like, oh,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
that seems cool. Um
I feel like there was when I looked at it too, but then I saw that you had to pay for it, and I'm like, I'm probably not gonna pay for it.
yeah.
Plus, the controller I have now is a Serato controller, so I have
Right, so there's no reason to. Um, I, man, I feel like I'm on the wrong page for this fucking thing.
whatever. Kingdom Hearts,
Uh,
just buy it. You want it. You want to play through the Frozen world. You know you do. You know you want to help Olaf get back to get all his pieces back together.
oh, um, yeah, the mixer effects. One touch control over the effects on every channel plus three. So it's like three filters, eight new effects, three filters, and then they're all assigned to dedicated slots.
Mm.
Which is again, I think it's per channel rather than across the group now.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's there was something else, but anyway, um, I also kind of regret it a little bit just because when I was looking at the when I was looking at the S4 MK3, I was like, oh,
Maybe I should just.
maybe I should just do that.
Maybe I should
Maybe I
just
should
put
just
my
spend
controller.
$900.
You should sell your controller on eBay for 500.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And then when you get
God,
that controller, you could sell the copy of Tractor for $75
yeah,
since you already upgraded.
yep, that's true. I could get a decent, and I've taken great care of that controller. It's perfect. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, and to have to be able to try out this haptic feedback stuff. Oh my god.
You just want to. That's the best part. To be able to try out this haptic feedback stuff.
Yeah, but also it mimics like the cool thing is that this mimics the format of the new software like it always does. And having the four
Yeah,
mixer effects on each channel
yeah.
on it is really cool.
You're basically looking at what's on the
Yeah.
window on your computer. Yeah.
And dude, the kind of fucking transitions you can do now with four individual effects on every single channel is disgusting. Like because you can just trigger an effect on your left and right channel, even completely different ones, and have them just come right together. But anyway, enough of that nerd shit.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts, right. I've been hearing lots of great things about it. Um, Also the fact that it's one of those things where largely it doesn't really matter if you know any of the lore beyond like the basics.
Like I said, just watch a half-hour YouTube video and you'll be good.
Be in tip top shape.
You'll be you'll be just on the same playing field as about 90 to 95% of everyone else playing the game are. So, because even the people that played through all the games watch that same half-hour video. Like, I really need a refresher on this bad boy, and it's not that confusing.
What do we got here? In Digital Foundry's look at the PS4, Xbox One, and PS4 Pro versions of Kingdom Hearts, they say it is and I quote, a technical disappointment on the Xbox One and PS4 consoles.
Yeah, no fucking kidding. It's a PS3 game that basically. What do you want? They've been making it for 13 years.
That's true. I mean, it's so weird for how long this game has been being made.
It's not weird. It's Square Enix.
That is also true.
They just came out with Final Fantasy 15. That used to be called Final Fantasy 13-2. Or, wait, no.
Did they just roll it in? They rolled everything into it?
13 Verses was what it was, and it was announced. It literally came out 12 years after they announced it. Yeah, they just changed the name of it.
Resolution in Kingdom Hearts 3 is fixed at 2560 by 1440 on the 1X, 2304 by 1296 on the Pro, 1600 by 900 on the base PS4, and 1280 by 720 on the base Xbox One.
Do you care?
Resolution on the base Xbox One is the same as Switch and handheld mode, Dylan. That's terrible.
Look at me in the face.
I don't give a fuck.
You care. You're running around with fucking Jack Skellington, all right?
No, I don't. I really don't care. Honestly, I play a regular PS4 on a 2K monitor in this studio when I play games, so it's already downsampled to fuck. It's stretchy pixels out the ass. There's nothing I can do about it. So no, I don't care about that shit as long as it's fun. And it appears that it is. It appears that it's a brilliant and stunning romp.
Put a smile on your face.
That's what I need after sweating in Resident Evil.
Yeah.
It's just be like, ha ha, look, it's the things from the storybooks that I like. It's the people in the fun
funnies.
films about life and it's Mulan and Mushu. Oh, all my favorite childhood friends.
I don't know if they're in it. Don't go crazy.
Oh my god. Am I gonna have to search that too? Is Mulan in Kingdom Hearts?
Oh, I want to say no.
Yeah. Yeah, she was only in 2 and 2.5.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
Guess I'm gonna have to play 2.5, Dylan.
Well,
have to pick that up for cheap.
$100 you could get every Kingdom Hearts game on the PS4. $100, the complete story. It's called. You can literally play Kingdom Hearts until your eyes fall out.
uh, I there was one game that I wanted to play that I was thinking about this morning that I totally forgot about, which was like it's a Metroidvania that's more like Symphony of the Night than it is Metroid. It was one that
Time spinners.
Time Spinners. Yeah, that's the one. I was thinking about that and I was like, huh, $20. Um, travel back in time to change fate itself in this beautifully crafted, story-driven adventure inspired by 90s action platformers.
It's supposed to be very good,
It does look
and
it looks really good.
it looks it like it has that feel
Mm-hmm.
of Symphony of the Night, but it does enough of its own stuff to warrant playing it over,
Yeah.
just saying, oh, it's just Symphony of the Night again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I just really, just by the look of it, I was just like, damn, looks so really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Uh, it's such a it's just such a fucking cool, um, it's just such a cool time for fucking video games like this. Like, just to be able to have new experiences with things that look like this, or that the control and the way that they control and everything. And I mean, it's gotten even tighter controls, better fucking looking everything. It's like the 3D acceleration on stuff like this is so cool. It looks fucking amazing. I mean, it did on PS1 because they understood that you could do the 3D acceleration part, but it'd still be pixely. Um, but yeah, it's got very positive reviews. Very positive. I'd be into it. Is this on Switch too?
No, not yet.
Oh, that sucks. Everybody wants their platformers on Switch, Dylan. That's what everybody wants.
There's that new one that just came out.
They need
That's
them.
basically the Advance Wars. It's called War Groove. So if you want to
Oh
check that
yeah,
out.
War Groove. The old giant bomb people I saw were doing that. War Groove. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what it's all about. So you say it's like Advance Wars?
Yeah,
Wait, is it the same company that made Time Spent? No,
no,
it's Chucklefish.
they did. They published.
Oh, it looks good.
They published. What's the hell's that game called? Stardew Valley. They published.
Oh, okay. The animations are fucking stupendous. Um okay, so it's got a campaign and then are you doing trying to understand the Oh, okay. So it's turn based.
Yeah, it's turn. I think it's grid. It's like a grid too. It's Advance Wars.
Okay. I never played it. I never played
Oh,
Advance Wars. I mean, it wasn't I never played these types of games.
yeah. Too dumb for 'em.
Um that is also true. Although this looks very simple.
Nothing against you, Brent, but you're too dumb for them.
Even for dummies, this seems like it would be all right to play. It's not really over anyone's head.
The highest.
Hey, I used to play Red Alert 2 and enjoy it.
That's a different type of game, completely.
Well, yeah, but it's similar concepts. Top-down strategy games with your troops and
One's real time.
your whatnots. That is true as well. Real-time strategy. Fuck, fucking tired, dude. Tired from doing nothing is the title of my book. It's going to be out after I take a nap
Oh, cool.
forever.
I gotta go make some chicken wing dip. You know what I mean?
Ooh. See, that's why I made this chili because I'm going to bring it to a Super Bowl soiree. Yes, with some maybe some damn cornbread, dude. Cornbread.
Nice.
Kingdom Hearts all in one package, Dylan. There it is.
100 bones.
I'm thinking over here. All right. I'm thinking about that.
Brent,
Okay.
Brent.
Just gonna get that $100. You get that $100 out of the account. Not a big deal, dude. Just not, I got all kinds of money. You got all kinds of money to spend.
As much as I love suggesting stuff, I wouldn't suggest that you do that. Oh,
Absolutely not. I
if you're
would
gonna buy
never.
one, just get three.
um,
Because let's be honest, you're not gonna beat three anyways, even if you play it.
how long of a game is it? I'm gonna tell you in a
If I
minute.
had to guess, I'd say 40, maybe 20.
Let's see. How long is Kingdom Hearts 3? 40, 33 and a half.
Oh, that's
Or
nothing.
main story is 27. 27
27 hours of
hours.
smiles. Come on,
27 hours of smiles.
it's the name of this. It's the new name of this podcast.
uh it's I was I was thinking of that. I'm trying to think what else has come out. Is there anything else that's come out?
Resident Evil, but you're too scared of it.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm telling you, I just need a palate cleanser. It's just I
Yeah,
need that and one other thing.
yeah.
That's all I'm looking for. New this week. Or actually, let's just where do I find out about the new games, Dylan? Where do the kids find out about the new games that are coming out?
Oh, you know what I have been playing? Super
What?
Smash Brothers.
Okay. Just playing campaigns on it?
Like I haven't even done the campaign stuff. Like I literally just pop in and play matches. Just pick
Oh,
characters,
so
play
you're just
matches,
playing.
just playing the game, and that's a good palate cleanser for you.
I'd be into it. It was a game that I want anyway. I want that in Mario Party, but
Mario Party's a
you,
little.
I mean,
That's you're
uh,
not. I don't think you're gonna get,
the mileage out of that I would be looking for 100%. I know
especially
that.
like who the hell are you gonna play? You gonna play with Becky all the time?
Yeah.
Trying to get a divorce already?
Oh yeah, easily.
Fuck you! Fucking changing the price of the stars right before I get to it. Because when you play against one other person, they're the only person to blame.
I also, when we were doing the telecast, I fucking hated it.
That's because you don't play 30 turns. That's the problem.
I wanted to kill myself. So that's part of it.
More than usual.
Um,
More than usual.
uh, I
Yeah,
was
so
just
if I'm gonna sit here and suggest to you a palate cleanser game, Brent, it goes Kingdom Hearts, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
okay. Okay. Um, a free to play Titanfall Battle Royale game will be out soon, Dylan.
Monday.
Me and Brett are gonna be fucking slaying on that shit. Coming back to it, baby.
I'm actually pretty excited to see what
I
it
I
looks like
think I think
because
it'll be if it's good. Oh my god, it'll be so fantastic. Um,
yeah, the other like story to come out of that. I was in the, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. It was in the Kotaku thing, but he was talking about how, like Titanfall 3 might be like close to done
what?
because they
Holy
were
shit!
already they started development on it before EA bought them. And I guess
Wow.
they have more than, let's see,
Oh yeah, they bought Respawn in fall of 2017.
all right, here it is. Here's another interesting tidbit. As I was reporting on EA's purchase of Titanfall and Respawn story at fall of 2017, a move that was forced by... Yeah. I heard from a Respawn source that Titanfall 3 was well into development and that the studio has looking to release it by the end of 2018. The rationale that the source said was that the game's underlying technology was starting to feel dated and that Titanfall 3 not feel as good as it came out much later. Yeah.
Wow.
So it says
Huh.
perhaps the studio decided to switch engines for Titanfall 3, releasing Apex Legends. which is it's supposed to be on the same engine that 1 and 2 were on as a
Oh,
stopgap.
so it's right. So then they're gonna get on Frostbite for 3.
Yeah, probably.
That's really interesting. Um, huh. They
Yeah,
salvaged
so
this might be a salvage version of the old one's environments and other assets made for Source.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it'll be because if it's just a battle royale, I don't know if it'll be like that. If they'll get rid of it because they could still just because the game looks dated and stuff, they can still use that stuff in a new engine. There's no
Hmm.
reason to waste all that stuff as just instead they could just pop this out real quick and keep
Yeah.
as they're updating all that stuff. So yeah, Titanfall 3 could be this year maybe.
Wow. Fucking
This year or next year.
crazy.
So that's something to look forward to considering Titanfall 2 is aces.
I should I should get back on and play a couple rounds of that. Just to boot that prick up and see what's going on
Did you
there.
ever beat the campaign?
No, I don't think I ever did.
Oh my god, it's so good, Brent. What are you doing with your life? It's like 5 hours long. It is one of the best
Yeah, I know.
campaign and shooters. Like one
All
of
right,
the
I'll
best.
maybe I should just restart it. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
restart the campaign and
probably.
play it. Yeah,
You probably didn't
yeah.
even get to effect and cause. I think it's like the one mission that is like that. Yeah. Did you do any time stuff? Let's just say that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, yeah. So
I didn't get that. I didn't
you
get
didn't even get
nearly
to
it.
the that's the part the
That's
part
it. That's the one.
yeah
All right, dude. Maybe
uh,
that's gonna go on my list then.
yeah. So
Maybe
yeah,
that'll be my palate cleanser, even though it's not as much of a palate cleanser as Kingdom Hearts 3
yeah.
is.
It is
I got some other priorities that I really need, is what you're trying to tell me that I need to address.
yes. You have a couple prior Titanfall 2 campaign being even if you
Yeah.
just get to effect and cause and play through that you have to
Yep.
see that. But also Kingdom Hearts
I'll
3.
do it. Anything else?
Nope.
We're gonna keep it short and sweet this week.
We're petering at this point, so
We're petering out.
yeah.
All right, man.
Peter panning out. Adam.
This has been the Jacket Off podcast. If you want to listen to our sad asses talk, you can go to the
In your
audio
car.
links to the podcast in the description below.
While you're doing the dishes.
While you're doing the dishes, while you're in the car, during a kid's soccer game that you don't like,
Don't do it in the
or
car.
during any of the other
Because
things.
you might be bored to sleep and then crash into a snowbank. And if there's no snow, that telephone pole is going to hurt a lot more than the snowbank would have.
That podcast for this week. We are out of here.